Hello everyone and welcome to GGW Pitch Bootcamp number 16. We're doing it almost more than a year and a half almost, and we are happy to see you here. So what is GGW Pitch Bootcamp? That's a place where founders come and pitch to investors or other experts, other judges, and get their honest feedback to their pitch. Why we doing that, and who is GGW for global world? So we are #1 platform for connecting and meeting relevant investors, and for investors meeting relevant startups for their thesis. We make precise matching throughout the AI system, and people find each other very fast. But we don't do only that. We also have our venture arm, GGW Ventures, which invest in software startups. And if you are on late seed, Series A stages, feel free to reach us. And in our thing, we also help founders with all of the back office tasks that they usually don't like to do, boring things, preparation of your startup in Delaware, bookkeeping, accounting, and startup advisory. The next important thing that we help, this is very actual for now, is our tax support. Tax season is coming in April, and we cover all of these needs for founders. Tax compliance is very important for early stage and later, so we cover this topic. April 15, this is the deadline that everyone has to file their taxes and apply. And if you haven't covered yet, feel free to reach us, scan QR code, and we will be happy to help you. Now let me introduce our judges for today, for our bootcamp. Meet Assel Seitova, the founder of SISTRES and VC Lab alumni. Assel.
Hi, good morning everyone, good afternoon if you're in Europe, nice to meet you. My name is Assel Seitova, originally I'm from Kazakhstan. I live in Palo Alto, Silicon Valley now. I'm a founder of SISTRES Female Founders Community. My whole background is in finance and investments. I've done M&A and private equity deals, and now I'm launching a pre-seed stage venture firm. Happy to be here and looking forward to listening to your incredible pitches.
Thank you, Assel. And our special guest for today, Angelica Morrone, partner in Privilège Ventures. Angelica, over to you.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be here. I look forward to hearing all of your pitches. I also, like Assel, come from a very financial background. I've run a hedge fund for many, many years, and then worked in M&A, and now I'm the general partner of a venture capital fund based in Switzerland. And I am used to listening to a lot of pitches. So be ready. I will give you feedback to make you grow and make you become better when you speak with fellow investors like myself.
Thank you, Angelica. And a couple of rules for founders who are ready to pitch. Please, everyone, keep yourself muted all the time. Respect others. If you're not on the stage, please stay muted. But you're welcome to open your camera so we can see each other. If you want to pitch, please raise your hand and put your full name and company name in the Zoom description so we can find you. And please keep your slides ready when we put you on the stage. Respect each other time. Each founder will have 3 minutes to pitch only and 5 minutes to feedback from other judges. Other members of GGW pitch first, then those who reach us prior in the email. And if we have some time left, those who raised your hands, and the first come, first served basis. If you don't have time to pitch today, please reach us to our email, and we try to find you a spot on the next session. Please share our event on social media. Don't hesitate to take a screenshot. Use hashtag GGW Pitch Bootcamp, go global world, GGW. Let's spread the word and connect with the community.
Perfect, Alex. So if you're done, I would like to just add a few words, saying that first, this event is specifically for entrepreneurs who are raising capital, and we are giving feedback to you, bringing real investors. Now we have Angelica from Switzerland. She's an active investor who is actively investing, deploying capital. And I know Angelica for so many years, and she's been fantastic. I know Assel for quite a while as well, and she has created an amazing community for female founders and also play an important investment role out of Silicon Valley. So this is your chance to stand out, to pitch, to get feedback. And we are not going to be nice or something. We want to give you like real life feedback. So then you get it, gather this, and just take a step back, fix it, and impress your investors and succeed. So that's important for us that you guys succeed. So take a stand, pitch, and learn the feedback from our investors. But please follow the rules. We will not give you more time than allocated for specific pitches. And after the event, please spread the word, as Alex said. Take screenshots, spread the word, support us. This is so important. With that said, just don't forget about tax season. We are there to help. And yeah, let's get started. Alex, go for it.
Amazing.
Kick me out from the session.
So I put three names in order who will pitch next. The first one will be LL, then Jolie, and then Ankur. LL, are you ready to pitch first?
Yes.
Okay, let me put you on the stage.
I'm Eliel. I'm the CEO of Chorus Technologies. Can you hear me?
Wait, LL. Please share your slide first, and then we start the timer.
I'm sorry?
Please share your slide first, and then we start the timer for 3 minutes.
Okay. Can I go next then? I thought you would just do a pitch, not sharing the slide.
Okay. Jolie? Jolie Shapiro? Are you with us?
Hey, yeah, sorry, I'm trying to pull up the slides. 1 second. I'm here.
Let me put you on the stage. Okay, please share your slides and we can start. Jolie, you're muted.
Oh, I was talking to myself, so it's probably a good thing. I'm gonna share my I'm putting the excuse me, the other screen. Okay, ready, set, let's go. Can everyone see?
Yes,
Awesome.
please feel free to start.
Okay, great. So excuse me. Hi, I'm Julie. I'm the founder and CEO of Deviation. It is a platform to detect drift before burnout. There we go. Okay, it works. So the problem is burnout really doesn't start with collapse. It starts with a subtle drift. And by the time most people notice, performance is already compromised. So how Deviation works, it detects drift early, and you build a hyper-personalized personal playbook that is tailored to you, to your normal, and it triggers small resets. Why now? Why us? So Revenue Mind, I actually interviewed about 30 plus revenue leaders over the course of 2 years, and it's the same story. Not a dramatic collapse, slow drift. Most people don't need another productivity tool. Personally, I'm actually pretty lazy. I don't need another app. I will delete, download, delete. The initial wedge is going to be founder CEOs, always on counter dense roles, and people who want sustainable performance, not another productivity tool. This is going to be a founder-led go-to-market. I can go into more detail. There's a lot happening, but to start with credible channels, I have a pretty big network that I'm going to leverage, and referrals as well. The moat, personal baseline drift history, interventions shown, actions chosen, did it help, and workflow embedding and privacy-first design, build trust, and switching cost. What makes us different? Most tools react over overwhelm. We work earlier. Production tools manage tasks after overload. The goal is awareness and course correction versus another dashboard. I went backwards. And I'm probably almost out of time, so I'm just going to wrap up. So we're going to leverage an existing pilot cohort and time. Trying to get back to the...
Have you
I think you still have 1 minute.
You have 1 minute.
Oh, I do? Oh, okay, great. I'm sorry, I'm used to the 2-minute ones. Thank you. And of course, I wasted 30 seconds with that. So GTM detailed. So I want to start with a founder-led audience and warm network, use LinkedIn outbound, convert attention to a focused pilot cohort, and use a pilot to unlock testimonials and referrals and communities. ICP, like I mentioned, founders and operators, meeting heavy work days, and motivated by prevention, not therapy. Moat, again, learning loop, intervention outcome, workflow embedding, not just insight. Privacy is a really big one. Why me? I mentioned that. So the first version is initial drift model and one action at a time. Okay, now we're done. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah, on time. Our jingle, and we start, I think, 5 minutes for the feedback.
Angelica, do you want to start, or if you
Please
want me
go ahead, Assel. I'll be happy to follow.
Yes. Thank you very much for your presentation, Jolly. Just a few comments. Can you please talk a little bit more about the solution and the business model that you are looking at? Also, I haven't seen. We do understand burnout is a serious problem, but you didn't address the market size, which is usually done in the beginning. I haven't seen the team slide, which is also usually part of the pitch deck, and I haven't seen any unit economics and the way your business model works. How much will you charge? What is the cost, and what is the revenue projection? Where you are? Do you have a traction? I mean, to be honest, I received like a small part, what is usually part of the pitch deck. And I almost have no idea what your project is about. Can you just talk a little bit more?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and I actually I actually did another startup pitch, and it was actually much more aligned with what you're saying. So thank you for pointing that out. Also, will this be recorded so I can take the feedback?
Yes, it is recorded.
Great. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I just want to make sure I don't have to write everything down. Awesome. Yeah, so valuation, or excuse me, not valuation, market, well, there's TAM, SAM, and all that good stuff, but I believe that actually was just writing about it. It's a pretty large market. Even if you charge, let's say $30 per person, and then you go to enterprise, it's millions of users. So ultimately we want it to be kind of like the standard of performance intelligence layer. And the team is myself and a fractional engineer who's most likely going to be the co-founder. We're just doing a trial run. I think you had a couple other questions.
Yes, sorry for pulling all the questions. It's just there were a lot of things missing, to be honest, on the pitch deck.
Yeah.
So next time, make sure you put the market size for sure. You have to put the unit economics, more about the solution, because for me it wasn't clear what is exactly your business model, what is exactly your solution, what is your product is about. I understand the problem, but the solution is not clear. And put definitely the team slide. You and I don't know your background. I don't know how many years of experience you have. What is your co-founder is doing? I mean, none of this, and it's definitely one of the key things you need to put. And again, as I mentioned, unit economics and all the financials, the revenue, where you stand at the moment. Do you have I understand that you've been questioning around 30 potential clients, but do you have any traction? Did you launch any pilot? None of this is clear. And this is something to begin with. I don't know, Angelica, sorry for taking time.
Actually, thank you, Assel. You've covered a lot of the things that I would have said, so thank you for that. I am going to go a little bit more into the performance of today. Julie, do you like your project?
It's my life's work.
All right, so show it to me. You looked almost a little bit bored. You were reading the slides. That is something that you never, ever should do. I hate that. And another thing that you should do is you should transmit what the value for the investor is. As an investor, remember that I am investing my own money and the money of my clients. I am risking it on you. If you're reading the slides and you don't show me the number, unit economics, and this kind of things, you don't show me where you are, like Assel was saying, in terms of your stage of development, it's very hard for me to know whether it's worth talking with you or not. And please remember that saying no is always easier than saying yes. So you should always try to convince us that you are at a stage that fits a further conversation. So I don't want to take too much time, but you should definitely repeat this pitch 1,000 times, 100 times, and do it with your eyes closed. The slides should be there only to guide you so that you don't forget important information. But this is your project. It comes from your heart. It comes from your head.
Yes.
So you should tell it to me as I am speaking with you right now. I don't need to read because this is my job.
Yep. No, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the feedback.
And one last thing, thank you so much, Angelica. I loved what you said. Just to make sure, Jolie, that you put what you're asking for at the end.
Yeah.
Normally you have to put how much are you raising and what you're gonna spend this money for, because it's not clear why do you make the speech at all, you know? This is very important to put at the end. That's it.
Thank
Good
you
luck
so
with
much.
your project. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Good luck to
Thank
you, Jolie.
Jolie. Thank you.
All the best.
LL, are you ready now?
Yes, let me share my screen.
Okay, you can start.
Okay, my name is Eliel Joseph. I'm the CEO of Chorus. I'm gonna keep it structured. So AI models are becoming very powerful, but today most companies still struggle to deploy them inside real organization environment. So instead of production system, companies, they're stitching different disconnected agent. There's no persistent memory, there's no security, and there's no governance. So the result is many AI projects in enterprise company, they never move beyond experimentation. So we are building Chorus. So Chorus is an AI operating system that provides the execution infrastructure layer so enterprise can run AI safely in production. So we provide 4 critical layers that's missing currently in AI deployment. We have the orchestration layer, we have the persistent AI memory layer, security, and governance. Together, all these 4 layers form our workflow in enterprise system to maintain reliability and control. So recently, the industry is focused heavily on models, but what we view is the execution is the missing pieces. So we want to help enterprise company goes from AI demos to real operation. And we build that we understand enterprise need infrastructure that can manage complexity, compliance, and memory across system. We already have a working platform. We have our first client, enterprise client, and we also recently accepted into the NVIDIA Inception program. So just like cloud infrastructure started the SaaS era, we believe the next wave of enterprise AI will require an execution layer. So Chorus is building the operating layer for AI-driven organization. Thank you.
You still have 1 minute left. You can use this time to talk a little bit more about your project.
Yes.
Sure. So here's the real problem we see, right? So a lot of companies, according to CNBC, a lot of company hasn't deployed AI because there's no governance and there's no security, and there's no policy enforcement. So Chorus AI will act as that layer to help enterprise company to deploy AI throughout the organization. We are LLM agnostic, meaning you don't need to use a specific model, and you can connect all your workflow and you can manage all of your AI agent and AI workers. So our team, we believe it's a $50 billion software industry. As you guys know, software companies are struggling currently because AI can replace them, right? So our team is the $50 billion SaaS enterprise companies.
Okay, thank you, Eliel. Time for feedback.
I'll go first this time, Assel, is that all right?
Yes, sure, go ahead.
Eliel, first of all, thank you for that. I like your presentation. I like where you're coming from. When they told you to share your slides, I think they should be slides, because otherwise we are distracted by what you're reading, and we're going to start reading ourselves, and we don't listen to you, and you want us to listen to you. So that's extremely important. Another thing, I think you focused a lot on the problem and on the solution, which is great. I mean, that is where we should be educated by you, who are the expert in your field, to tell us. But then you need to tell us why we should invest in you, what kind of money you need, how you're going to spend it, who is behind your product. Are you a solo founder? And if so, how do you plan to grow the team? How can we be assured that this project is going to be a lasting project to invest, instead of something that just disappears once you get tired of it? These are all unit economics and psychological tricks that you need to use so that we can feel safe about possibly having an investment in the company. Right now, I wouldn't feel that from your initial pitch.
Appreciate it.
I couldn't be more. I agree 100% with what Angelica just said. For me, a pitch deck is a very structured document. There are certain sections that must be there. Without these sections, I was almost lost, actually. So yes, you did a great job describing the problem, as Angelica said, but being an investor and having finance background without any numbers, for us, it's really difficult. It's almost impossible, to be honest, to understand anything and to make any conclusion from what you said. So I highly recommend just search more for the standardized pitch deck.
Yes.
It should be market size. It should be your business model description of where you are in terms of your competition, because I'm sorry to say, but I'm sure that you're aware of that there are many similar solutions now on the market, especially with the rise of AI. Everybody are talking about same problems. So why your solution will help solve this actual problem? Why do you believe your solution is the best? What are the unit economics? How much will you charge for that? What is your cost of customer acquisition? So did you already talk to the customers? Do you have this experience? Why Eliel? Why not me? And so on and so on. But these are very important things. So if you can answer any of what we've just said with Angelica, it might help us. But definitely going without any visuals will not work. So if you can answer what we just asked, it might help us.
Yes.
Please let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have a co-founder. Like as I mentioned, we just got accepted into the NVIDIA ecosystem program. We also have one enterprise client beta testing our platform. Our model is SaaS plus usage. And as I mentioned, we have 4 governance layer: security. We have security. We have the AI workers, and then we have the control layer that help our organization control the AI model.
Do you personally have this experience, like building AI platform? Did you have any prior startups before? So you should mention all that.
Yes.
For us, it will increase the chances.
My former company was a MarTech company. I grew it from $1,000 to $10 million in annualized revenue. So I believe I can do the same thing with this AI platform.
That is the kind of competence and authority that we need to hear. Otherwise, you were very product centric. We need you to step out a little bit, think from the shoes of the investors, and give us all the information that both Assel and I have just given you.
Got it. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And with what you just said sounds actually incredible. You have great experience. You have team. You have already one pilot. You should definitely mention that in your presentation, and it will help us. You know, it's not a traction per se, no revenue, but still you have a pilot, you have a client, so you have the feedback. So mention all of this in your presentation. Make sure you put it there. And good luck with your project.
I was trying to avoid using the deck and more as a structure overall page.
You know, the deck helps
to get structured, actually not missing some of the important parts.
Exactly.
Understood. Appreciate it.
Thank you, and good luck with everything.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Ankur Patel, are you ready?
I am ready.
Claire, can you please stop your presentation? Okay, Ankur, can please share your deck?
Second. Let me know when you could see the screen.
Can
Yes,
see
we
it.
can see.
Excellent.
Go on.
Hello all. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're calling from. You know, when the most bizarre question we could ask right now to all of us is when drug discovery is far too slow, what happens is people die. Not too long ago, this whole not that it affected my child, but my child, he was affected with herpes virus on the back of his head, and he was just 11 days old. And being an immunologist, I was able to save my child, but not all father are immunologists, not all father has background in industry. And what I realized was that there was no targeted treatment, only generic drugs available in the market to be treating these kind of conditions. When I dug much more deeper into this concept, I realized that the traditional drug discovery is fundamentally actually broken. Where if you want to target like viruses like Nipah virus, which are 700 times much more deadlier than COVID virus, we are not able to study them in the lab, and that's why currently we have no FDA-approved drugs. Because even if you get a nick, if you inject the virus in the mice, if you want to study them in the lab, if scientists get a nick, and the chances of the scientist dying is 70%. That's why we cannot study these kind of viruses or even tough to treat cancers in the lab. That's why, hello all, this is Ankur Patel. I'm the founder of Regenova Pharmaceutical, where we accelerate immune therapy drug discovery by enabling the use of AI. With our platform, we could identify a novel target of that particular disease. We could design immunotherapies against those particular disease, and we could also predict, is it going to be toxic in animals or humans, so that we are not affecting lives anymore. We have a strategic and disciplined go-to-market strategy to phase it out in 2 phases. We'll start with mid-sized biotech companies and elite academia labs to do collaborations with, and we'll scale it up to do tropical diseases in-house and sell those drugs and targeting non-dilutive grants to do so. But in terms of traction, we have made collaboration with Cancer Free Bio to target HER2 breast cancer, a booming cause for breast cancers these days for resistance in breast cancer. We have done collaboration with IBM Quantum and 2 deals signed with Chang Soon Institute, an academia lab. And as you can see, we are recognized by multiple different organizations as well. We're targeting, while our TAM is $12 billion, we're targeting a much more practical 5-year target revenue of $200 million as our sum. This is my wonderful team. It's me. I have almost 10 years of experience leading drugs from preclinical to FDA approval in majority of the big pharma, Fortune 500 pharma. We have Nilofer, my CTO. She's my professor in drug discovery as well, AI and drug discovery, and wonderful team from academia ventures, veterans and industry venture. Currently, we're raising 1.2 million. And question.
Angelica, you want to start?
Go for it.
Okay, Ankur, thank you so much. I really love the way you structure it. This is how I think the pitch deck should look like, what we got used to the structure. And I really love the intro because for the early stage startups, it's important to have the skin in the game. You pointed out very clearly why this problem matters to you personally, and I love this. But I really didn't see slides where you talk a little bit more about your solution and your business model and any numbers at all, like how much are you going to charge? Do you have currently any clients? Like, are they willing to pay for that? Did you talk to them, and to how many clients did you talk, and what is your revenue projection? Like all of these kind of things. Unit economics, yes, maybe we just didn't reach them.
Yeah, I did. I just have ready for, and if you have any question, I can present it to you for sure. So currently, our business model is part 2 ways for the revenue projections. We're targeting, as I said, almost $200 million in 5 years target. As you could see with the EBITDA or net netting at 40%, with an EBITDA of 52 million in 5 years. Where how we could get to that is we're doing it. We would out-license the drugs. We will take the drug to preclinical data, animal data, and we will sell those drugs to big pharmaceutical companies at $20 million, where 10 million upfront and the remaining amount in royalties and milestone-based payments. And also PRV is one of our key things which right now industry is not targeting, but will soon should be targeting, because the tropical disease which we could target using AI, which traditionally is not possible, actually gives FDA's perspective on we could get $100 million up to approximately $100 million PRV voucher, which we could sell it to pharma companies for with no dilution, cash upfront. And
So
you
you
mentioned
did talk to pharma companies because you showed the slide, yes?
Yes.
You talked
Yes, I
to
did.
pharma companies already.
I
To how?
did, yes. So we have a collaboration with Cancer Free Bio. It's a mid-sized biotech company. As we're in the phase 1 of our GTM, we're targeting mid-sized biotechs to work on HER2 breast cancer. Our model is already tested in the lab and it's validated. That means with a 10x efficacy. So we actually could, we only can predict 10 antibody, need to predict only 10 antibody in the lab, in the model. And when we tested, one actually antibody could be progressed into the pipeline of lead optimization, versus in traditional, it's thousands of antibody to take it to one antibody in the clinic. So we have done that collaboration. It's well tested and our model has shown great efficacy. And also Chansoon Institute, it's an academia lab, also part of our phase 1 GTM, where we have 2 trials, 2 drugs in deals. And both of these deals will be based on the IP sharing, where we would just share the revenue together. Once
Okay. You
yeah.
know, Ankur, I believe that you have, like Assel said, very good pitch, very good answers to everything. One of the things that most investors who invest in pharma and biotech know is that it's usually very long. You are proposing to shorten that cycle by a lot. It's very important to understand how, and after Assel's question, you answered it, and that is important. Otherwise, as an investor, I would look at it and think, well, from pre-medical trials to animal testing, pre-medical trial, clinical, and so on and so forth, you can have 10 years going on. So where is the acceleration? So it's very important that that becomes pretty clear. Yeah. And also your business model is very interesting. I don't know, I would need to look at the numbers to understand the exponentiality of it. However, it is very interesting. And you didn't mention it during your pitch. It's important to mention it because it really gives me, as an investor, a way of understanding exactly where you're going and how fast. 200 million in 5 years on 40 billion SAM. It's actually very realistic, I have to say. That's not the problem. The problem is whether you have the wherewithal as a company to actually attract these partnerships, and also your moat. Well, would it take somebody else to do the same thing? These kind of things would make me much more reassured.
Excellent. Yeah, I think there was only, we could only present only much in the 3 minutes frame, and that's why I added all those slides in the backup. But this is the moat why, and the 10x efficacy, which I was mentioning during the previous question, is also our biggest moat actually.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I hope your child is doing fantastic, and good luck with the project.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankur. And the next one will be presenting Narek.
Yes, hi. Hi, everyone.
Just a second. Where is Assel?
Okay, now you can see my screen, yeah?
Wait a second. I think we lost Assel.
Sure.
I think she disconnected for a second. Let's give her a moment to connect back.
Sure. By the way, it's amazing how you manage this everything in Zoom, the stage and everything.
Thank you. Yeah, we get her back. Assel? Assel, did you get back? Did you hear us?
Yes, I'm really sorry.
Okay.
There was some technical issue. Yes,
No
I'm
problem.
here. Thank you.
Okay, Narek, you can start.
Okay, yeah, let's start. My name is Narek Mosyan, and I represent the project. Its name is Flipper. Actually, Flipper is a trading aggregator, and I'm a trader more than with 14 years experience. And me with my team, we go deep and research the pains, the main pains for the traders, and find out what happened. And today, the trader faces actually three major problems. And the first is centralized brokers control your funds and can freeze your withdrawal or even manipulate spread or something like this. And the second, traders don't want custody risk after events like FTX and Celsius. And the third is liquidity in DeFi derivatives is fragmented across the multiple protocols and the chains. That means the traders, if we talk about the crypto traders in the decentralized exchange, so they have to jump from one to another DEX to find the best condition or something like this. So Flipper is solved this by creating the unified trading ecosystem where users can access multiple markets from the single wallet. So we aggregate perpetual DEX liquidity across the protocols like Hyperliquid, Drift, and other, and we are building we call it DeForex. It's the first decentralized forex aggregation layer, connecting DeFi protocols with the traditional finance. And in the core of our Flipper is Cyber. We call it Cyber. It's self-intent based execution routing that actually analyze the liquidity across multiple venues in real time and give the traders for the best prices, best slippage, funding rate, and of course the execution. And of course we have the AI Copilot, which help to our customers how to trade, how to analyze and give the solution. So our roadmap, I just want to do it very quick actually. So we already launched the spot aggregation on Solana, and right now we work with Solana perp aggregation, and we will do in Q2 is the Forex launching and prediction market aggregation as well. At the same time, the opportunity right now is massive because we see the market in Forex market alone process over 9 trillion in daily trading volume. It's about 100 larger than the crypto derivatives today, and that's why we see that a lot of the big opportunities that trader can use our solution in like everyday trading. Our traction, as I mentioned before, we already launched it. Our first version is Solana spot aggregation in January 2026. Yeah, 3 minutes it's it's not enough for me.
It was
Sorry.
actually 3 minutes.
Yeah, but I have only 2 slides. Can I finish?
It will deduct it from your feedback time.
Oh, okay. So you tell me.
Yeah, you should finish because right
Yeah,
now
thank
we
you.
don't have
Yeah.
enough details to actually give you a good feedback, I think.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll try to do it fast. So our traction, as I mentioned before, we already launched Solana spot aggregation at the January 2026. We have right now around 500 active traders who actually daily using our AI, and we have around 54,000 Telegram users who is waiting for our launch in the main product. So this is our team, and we have actually expertise in traditional trading in crypto, and our CTO have a huge experience in smart contracts, and we have advisors who help us and our ask. So right now, before we raised it $500,000, and right now at the moment current raise is 3 million with the 30 million valuation, and we offer equity plus token warrant. And this is actually why it can be interesting, because actually we are traders and we know the pains and we know how to fix this. We saw a huge opportunity in the market, and we already fixed this and we already developed. So we have the great team, we have IT and marketing team, and we work hard and we believe in our product. So that's all.
Thank you, Narek. Angelica,
Assel,
want to
go.
start?
Okay. Thank you, Narek. I really love the way you lay down your presentation and the pitch deck. I think it corresponds to the standard very much. But what I really would like to have a little bit more about the unit economics and how much are you planning to charge and who is going to pay for your product and where you stand in terms of your pricing with a similar project. And you haven't showed a competition. I know you showed your advantages, but who are your competitors? How much do they charge for a similar product?
Yeah. Actually, I have the slides in the big pitch, not in short one. But of course, we analyze our competitors, and we saw that there are few who is aggregate, but they not actually aggregate. They just provide the interface for trading. And to be honest, this technology cyber that I mentioned, actually that we doing, it can be something unique, and no one have this, and maybe we will not have any big competitors. But of course, our revenue model, we have commission fee. So when the traders open any position, we have some commission. But in the same time, we show how much the traders can save using our platform than if they trade in other places or try to find the dexes by themselves. And even we show them the different in commission and spreads, and they see how much they saved. Yeah, and of course it's very important, and I agree with you. Yeah.
Not necessarily you should put how much they save versus how much you charge. You also have to
Yeah.
put how much does it cost you to acquire that client.
Yeah.
This is what matters for the investors. The cost
Yeah.
of customer acquisition versus how much do you receive. So this will make your unit economics and the future revenue
Makes sense,
projections.
yes.
Yeah,
If you
I
want
get
to
it.
add something, Angelica.
Yes, just one quick thing. I thank you for sharing those answers. Actually, those were very helpful. There are a lot of platforms that are extremely powerful, and they already have the user base, and they already have a lot of technology set up. Why would they need you? Why you? This is something that you have to show. Somebody can come and say, well, how long would it take Interactive Brokers to do exactly the same thing? What kind of mode is there? I think is very important. And the team is a good team. It's important to actually have a more comprehensive picture when you present to investors.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
Also remember, when you speak with investors, especially venture capitalists, we are already thinking about the exit, because we always have to think how we're going to get our money back and give it back to the investors.
Sure.
So you may, for example, say, you know what, Angelica, Interactive Brokers may be my fastest exit, because in 5 years they may decide to buy me for 100 million. That's an excellent answer. So you see, this kind of things you have to think about and go through so that you can ensure that the right perspective is thought on both sides.
Yeah, it's a great point. It's a great point. Thank you.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Narek. So disconnected again. She has some technical issues. Let's prepare our next participant, Miranda.
Hi. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, just let's wait for Seth for a minute. See her, she joined.
Yes, I'm joined. Sorry, I'm disconnecting from time to time. Hi, Miranda. Glad to see you here. Miranda is a member of our community, and I know her project.
Hi.
Okay, Miranda, are you ready? You can start.
Hello. founder and CEO of Virtual Story Startup, and we're here to revolutionize storytelling for future generations. Today, pretty much every child grows up on screens. Parents know it, teachers know it, and everyone is complaining about it. But the harsh truth is that screens are not going away. But the real problem is that screens are mostly passive, and kids are just watching and not thinking. And that's one of the reasons why more than 400 million children worldwide today have critical problems with reading and basic cognitive skills. Virtual Story changed passive screen time into meaningful and engaging learning and cognitive development experiences. We're combining storytelling, personalization, and gamification in order to make screen time more interesting and at the same time educational. We're focusing on developing creativity, critical thinking, reading comprehension, and also some empowerment abilities. And we also do this kind of creativity motivation for kids who are writing their own stories to help them publish and monetize their own stories. Market opportunity on global edtech market is pretty high, and we're targeting mostly publishing and educational companies and families on B2C part, and our model is B2B2C. So for companies, it's licensing and customize the product gamification. And for B2C, we're in the middle of building subscription packages. Right now, it's price per unit. And also we help modern authors, solo authors, to also publish their stories into digital version. Competition is high, especially with modern edtech companies who are trying to capture children's attention, but we are mostly focusing on balancing between entertainment and education, so the screen time can be actually helpful. So far, we have already validated MVP. We have a lot of partnerships on European and US market, and we have started to sell our products to B2B partners. Right now, we are focusing on B2B. These are some of our achievements, including Silk Road Innovation Hub residency when I met Assel. And for next steps, we are also collaborating with private schools to make their content into interactive gamified version, and also parent and child co-play mode. This is our team. We have expertise in both creative and tech backgrounds, and we are also all educators in our own field. And in order to reach our next milestones, we are currently raising seed funding up to 1 million, mostly to develop product and scale globally. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Angelica, do you want to start?
Angelica, I will let you start because I
Thank
knew
you.
the
So
project.
first of all, great timing. I love that you finished exactly when the last slide came. No, well done. A couple of things. First of all, I like the story. I like the fact that we're trying to get children into doing something else than being passive. I think that's amazing. I like the way you structure things, and you have most of the things that I would like to hear at the beginning. Maybe a little bit more on pricing model and business model would have been interesting. Also, as an investor, when you're talking about B2B2C, it's what you then explained is a little bit different, because you told me it's a B2B and a B2C. In general, B2B is a little bit safer early stage because it requires a lot less marketing expenses. B2C for investors is a little scary because you end up digging yourself in a hole out of which is very difficult to come out. So I would definitely push on that, and then you could maybe say we do B2B until we get to a certain traction, with the possibility of going B2C with an app or with something else. So this is it for now. I believe that it would have been nice also to have actual slides instead of a PDF scrolling. You can do the presentation, because otherwise, you see these things scrolling up and down and it's a little bit distracting, but these are little details at the end of the day.
Tell you why I did this way, because usually when I do full screen, sometimes in Zoom it disappears. I had this experience, so I played it safe. But yeah, usually I do full screen. Yeah, thank you for those comments. That was actually exactly what I meant. Maybe I didn't say it right. I will keep that in mind. So yeah, at this stage, until it's safe, we are doing B2B with licensing, and we're now turning some pilots into recurring revenue. We're in the middle of that. But the B2C aspect is that we have already sold several B2C during MVP validation. So we know there's a need on market as well. So yeah, like you said, B2C, like B2C side is kind of in the future plans, but at this stage we are focusing on B2B.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Miranda. Glad to see you here today. Thank you for pitching.
Likewise.
You know, I love your project, but to be honest, I would like to you to add, and maybe I missed something. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Where you are in terms of competition, because I know, you know, I have 3 kids, and you know, I would be your client definitely, and there are a lot of similar projects on the market right now, and you should specify more why exactly why your solution, because a lot of similar projects. And please, can you specify that again?
So I know that there are like lots of generative projects for kids education. However, we are not competing with them because we're kind of like in the service, more like a SaaS playground, because we are helping companies to do their content into gamified interactive version, which is in that case there's not much competition. So it's like kind of mix of platform and service at this stage. So our biggest competitors are actually the platforms which take most attentions from kids. And what you meant by other similar project, I know exactly what you mean, but their approach is different. So we are not creating our own original stories at this stage or content at this stage. We are kind of doing something in the middle. So there might be some educational content or publishing content that company has, and we are helping them to transition those in digital version. And the reason is that the engagement is high, and this is usually they're using it for like higher engagement and kind of like marketing. Currently, we are doing this for 2 publishing companies. They have some content and they want to go digital because of like new generation is more digital. So we are providing this kind of services. But yeah, like in the bigger spectrum, we are also considering to creating some original works, like I said, to help kids who have their original works to create
sounds great
content.
Sounds great. Yes, because we have a little bit time left. Because you're raising seed, so you skipped for seed because you were bootstrapping. So could you stop more a little bit on your traction? Do you have like clients who already pay? Like...
Yes, and we have right now our biggest client is starting to sell, and our contract has 100% revenue for us until some number, and then we share 50-50. So it's in the middle.
Yeah, this is yes, I think this is very important also to specify and stop a little bit this.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Miranda, and good luck,
Miranda.
and
Good
all
luck
the
in your
best. Was
project.
happy to see you.
Likewise.
Next one is Avinash. Put here on your stage. You can unmute yourself. You're muted still.
Yeah.
And you can start.
Hi, everyone. I'm Abhinash, and I'm CEO and founder of Zeus. I'm a second-time founder, and this is a problem which I faced during my first startup. And that is what I was trying to solve with the Zeus. So Zeus is basically an AI workspace where you can take the decisions and execute it properly. So not just execution, we go back and write the system of records with an audit log. And we started to address the procurement problem, which used to take 3 to 5 days. We solved it in 2 to 5 minutes. And we have done this for our first customer. The major problem today, every enterprise has is, mid-market enterprise, is the data fragmentation. The data is in multiple silos. Process is in system of records, but the communication, everything happens. The decision takes place in emails, documents, and meetings. So we bring this together and solve the problem. So today we are live with a customer with the Zoho and Microsoft 365. And how we solve this is we give them a unified search. We prepare a context pack for decision making, and we write save back to the audits. And unlike any other platforms, we are not just a chat or a search. We combine AI agents, search, and workflows with the safe execution with the guardrails. So auditing becomes easy in future, and it's a fully policy gated, permission safe, and role based access. And this is a small screen where you can see what exactly customer had. Like they had a question like, okay, should we approve something internally in any process that they want to take a decision? So it takes the history of everything and we give you the recommendations whether to take a decision or not. It is like this is specifically for the procurement process which we have done. And currently we have one live customer with $50,000 revenue. We are doing we have a LOI, $500,000 for one of the largest retail group in the Middle East. And we have a 10K paid pilot for an automobile and distribution customer in the Middle East. And currently I moved to US to take care of US GTM markets. We have 10 customers and we are also SOC 2 Type 1 certified. And we are with stage 1 with Microsoft and Zoho. Stage 2, we are doing with SAP and Salesforce along with Microsoft and addressing other issues. And we land small and then we grow. So me and my CTO, we know each other for 15 years. So he worked with AWS and Barclays, and I'm a second-time founder, and I have done this things earlier in my life. So we are raising a pre-seed. So we are going to spend more of the money in 65% in product development and 25% in compliance. So this is what Asus is all about. Now, when it comes to competition, sorry, I think I added the slides. Okay, yeah.
Thank you. And now it's time for feedback. Want to start?
Assel, would you like to go? You're mute.
Please go ahead, Angelica.
Okay, so first of all, thank you, Avinash, for this presentation. I believe that you've done this several times, so the pitch deck is fairly well structured and it's well understandable. You were speaking very, very fast, so from a comprehension point of view, maybe it would have been better to speak a little bit slower and give us just a few different details. Also, quick feedback on the slides. The slides, there's too much writing. You don't want the slides to have so much writing, as I mentioned before in another feedback. Otherwise, the investors are going to start reading and not listening to you. And you want them to listen to you because they're investing in you, not in what you write. And that's important. Very important to understand whether your agent-driven execution is something that it has a lot of intrinsic value for the investors, because very often there may be other people who may be doing that almost in an enterprise-based platform instead of going out to buy you. So it would have been interesting for me to understand why we should buy it from you instead of building it ourselves, what kind of advantages, pricing, and all of that. So if you have a little bit of time to explain that, it would be great.
Right. That's a great question. First thing we need to understand is not even a single enterprise has a single customer has a single stack. For example, if you're going to do it with Salesforce, but the customer doesn't use only Salesforce, the customer use Oracle, the customers use SAP. So that is the challenge. Cross-system is biggest challenge which every customer has. And today there are a lot of competitions which do like a search or a workflow, or they do AI agents. But we should understand the enterprise adoption is very slow. The reason behind is none of this solve the problem. They want somebody to execute it safely. So they are looking for outcomes. Right now, I'm in a Gartner event. It's been 3 days. I'm talking to a lot of customers. Their adoption is very slow. It's just because they don't have a product like this which does for them. Okay. Either they are trying to build on their own, or they want somebody like us to help them and come and deploy it. So they don't want to know how you're doing it. They just want to know, okay, you're solving my procurement problem, solve it. You're solving Yeah.
And do you have some metrics as to customer acquisition cost, length of sales cycles, lifetime value,
Right.
if any, because that will definitely help in monetizing your ask
Right.
and your potential exit.
No, I have a detailed slide with that, but thus I kept it very small. I have a detailed economic slide wherein our customer acquisition cost, our unfair advantages is since I'm a second-time founder, so my Middle East market is operating at a zero cost. My previous company, I have made it as a distributor, so they have like their own sales staff and they are communicating to the partners. So we are distributing in that angle. So recently we hired one person in Canada and we are distributing in Canada. And I'm taking care in US and the US sales. And my CTO is in Singapore, so he's doing the distribution in Singapore. So it's like we are more fast in distributing because this is enterprise. It takes a lot of time for closing the deals. So I just want to trigger all the buttons. So whichever is clicking, it gets clicked.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation, and thank you very much, Angelica, for feedback. I think we're very much aligned for what you said. I also like more visuals, and I think you have a great project. But for me, with the finance background and with an investor's view, I would also like you to have more of unit economics and whatever Angelica said to understand the revenue stream, where you are with your cost acquisition and where you stand in terms of your pricing with your competitors, which I believe is also important because there are projects on the market.
We are very cheap when we compare to competition. The competition is like you have to combine 2-3 tools in us within one single tool. But I'm happy to share a detailed because I have a detailed presentation on that. I'm happy to share with you both if we could get some emails or email IDs or something, or I don't know. If you're interested.
Because our goal is to give the feedback on the pitch that you showed to us today and help you improve it. Just for the next pitch, we would highly recommend.
Sure.
This is the slide that you should have in your deck ready.
Yes.
Don't skip it because this is very important. The unit economics and your revenue projections. Please make sure it is there. And good luck. And thank you so much.
Good luck with everything.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, we have a little bit of change. I'm back to the stage. Alex right now is in Israel, and you know what's happening in Israel, so he's going to safe haven right now because it's like right now the attack is happening, so I'm replacing. Now the next up is Srini. Srini, you ready?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks, Daniel.
So
thanks everyone for the opportunity.
And you got 3 minutes to pitch, so your slides ready? So just let's start with your slides.
Yeah.
Make it full screen if you may.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you got 3 minutes. Go for it.
Yeah. Great. Thanks again for the opportunity for everyone who's listening. I appreciate it. My name is Srini Pagadial. I'm the co-founder of iGo.ai. We are building self-learning AI. I had 2 exits as an entrepreneur, tech entrepreneur. This is my 3rd company. My business partner is Peter Voss. He's the pioneer in artificial intelligence. He coined the term AGI, and he had 3 exits, and one of them is actually AI exit. He had that in 2017. So we are building self-learning AI. We don't need no massive data, no massive compute, no massive energy. This is not LLMs. Therefore, no hallucinations, no retraining cycles ever, right? So here is the conclusion, right? Okay. You can't keep scaling the ladders to get to the moon. You need a rocket. We built it, and we are looking for the fuel right now to launch it. We've already raised $12 million for our seed round. Now I'm looking for my Series A, $23 million. Now, what is so different about iGo? Well, why don't we need all of these resources, massive data, compute, and energy? Well, it's a developmental intelligence. We are raising iGo like a child. Last year, iGo was a toddler. It was learning what walking means, what talking means, very, very basic foundational knowledge. Right now, it's a kid. It is able to learn board games with 0 pre-training. That means you can basically talk to it like you talk to a kid. It understands it. It can play chess and tic-tac-toe. We have quite a few demos along those lines right now available, right? Next year, it'll be a teenager with self-directed learning. That essentially means it can learn anything on its own. And shortly after that, it's a graduate. That's when it's game over. It can take on any and every desk-bound job globally. So talk about TAM, SAM, we are talking about every single desk-bound job. It is language agnostic, industry agnostic, domain agnostic. right? So that now, what is the core problem? LLMs or the Gen AI today cannot learn continuously. They're frozen upon training. Right now, ChatGPT that you're using has been trained and frozen as of August 2025. That's not how real intelligence works. And it's not just me saying it. Every single multi-billion-dollar frontier lab says continuous learning is the most critical capability that is required for self-learning AI. They cannot do it with the current architecture. What's the contrarian insight that we are bringing to the table? This continuous learning, you cannot brute force it. It requires cognition, and that is exactly what we have built. IGO learns continuously because it's a cognition-first architecture. It learns continuously. It adapts autonomously. More importantly, it compounds capability through you. The more you use it, the more intelligent it becomes. Never have to retrain or pre-train at all, right? So that's the asymmetric bet, and led by Peter. Here is what we are raising. It's essentially. I want to end it with this: oil powered the industrial era. Data powered the internet era. Cognition powers the intelligence era. Whoever creates this cognitive AI, self-learning AI, not only will win the race, they will define the intelligence era, and IGO is built for that. Thank you.
All right, Trini, you passed 30 seconds, so I'd like that's one of your feedback. So I don't have to tell you that you have to be on time, but it's one of the things. We have some connectivity problem for Assel. She had an emergency, but she will be back. I'll bring her back to the stage. Angelica.
Yeah, absolutely. So Srini, thank you for the presentation. It's definitely a hot topic. Just if you think about the last 3 startups that I've presented, the last three projects are about AI. I like your passion. I like the fact that you speak about the importance of cognitive AI and all of that. However, as an investor, I feel that you're trying to educate me instead of trying to inform me of how much money I can possibly make with your product. And we're not in a classroom, so I don't necessarily need to be educated. I love to hear good things, new things, so it's not a judgment. But in 3 minutes, you need to tell me why you're going to make this an exceptionally successful project. And you got caught up so much into explaining why your solution is important that we never got to a few numbers and a few metrics of what that would entail and the advantages for an investor. So I would definitely.
What would you care about, Angelica? What would you care about?
What do I care about?
Yeah, I made 2 statements, right? One, no one else can do it. It's a multi-trillion-dollar market. It's up
and
for
that is really not a statement that I take seriously, because we are more than 8 billion people in this planet, and the fact that you believe you're the only one that can do it, it almost turns me off.
Okay, fair enough. But what would you like to hear is what my question was.
I would like to hear how you're going to make it work with unit economics, with numbers, with processes to scale. So a little bit less high level, a little bit more details and funneling.
So does the fact that an earlier generation of the same company generated $100 million make a difference?
It does, but at the end of the day, please take my feedback and do what you wish with it. It's feedback.
Sure, fair enough. No, I'm just saying, this is because anyone that's asking unit economics for AGI don't understand AGI is my point of view. Fair enough, I take it. Thank you.
But maybe I'm not the right investor for you. But I am
I believe
an investor.
So. I believe so. Yeah,
okay.
Not everyone is aligned. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I understand. Thank you.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
That's. Thank you so much, Angelica. I very much agree with what you just said, and thank you much for your presentation. I like how you started. You're a 3-time founder, and your co-founder has a very strong background, and you're already Series A. But I haven't seen any details in terms of your Series A. You should have been very advanced in terms of your clients, in terms of how much do you make as a revenue. For me as an investor, I would very much love you to put more details in terms of unit economics, what Angelica mentioned, but also because you're Series A, you are supposed to be already generating ARR at a certain level. And
again,
because
yeah,
again,
fair enough.
Yeah,
this is AGI. This is AGI. You're changing the world here. We are talking about electricity in a world that is filled with candles. In a world filled with candles that has never seen
I
electricity, I'm
understand.
talking about electricity, right? But I get your feedback.
I understand, but I understand. Okay, maybe, okay, then you should tell us why you're not talking about these numbers. Why in your presentation or in your specific project, it should not be the case, or show us other metrics. Okay, not in dollars, maybe in something else. How well did you advance throughout pre-seed to Series A? What have you done? What have you achieved? What made you succeed? So then
Right.
show us in different metrics, if not in dollars, but we prefer dollars, of course. I think
Dollars
it's
are always
clear.
good.
I just think,
Yes.
I think we're talking past each other. I agree. 98 to 99% of investors are not aligned with us. They are misfit for us. So I fully understand and respect your input.
Yeah, yes,
Well, you know,
and
if you're speaking with investors, you should speak their language. It's usually a good idea. If you are looking for 33 million, you're still not in private
23
equity
million.
territory.
23 million.
23 million is still very much venture capital money. And I think you should learn to speak our language if you want our money.
All right.
good
So
luck
we pass time.
and all the
Thanks,
best.
guys.
We pass time, Srini. Just one thing that I think is important, because I had like very detailed pitch from Srini and it was impressive. And this is probably the first question that arose to me from traction perspective. But what missing here is it's unclear link why you don't have traction. You explained me why, and then it made sense to me, but it was not clear in this 3-minute pitch. So the feedback to you is not.
I'm not looking for traction. I'm not looking for customers right now. I'm not looking. We had customers, American Express, AAA, 1-800 Flowers, $2 million ARR. We suspended intentionally our commercial operation to focus on fully autonomous AI, so it can learn everything on its own with zero participation from any
Just
human.
mention this.
No
just
consulting.
mention this to us.
mention
Just
it,
mention
yeah.
this.
Right.
Mention this to us.
Yeah,
You got
it was not
Very
clear.
important.
It was not clear. So you have a lot of background. It's just a feedback to support you. So then you can help.
I agree.
Yeah,
Thanks,
you can do it
Daniel.
in 3
I
minutes.
appreciate that.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. And next up is
Thanks, guys.
Marisa Erwan. Marisa, you ready? Okay, turn on your slides. You got 3 minutes. Go for it. We can hear you. You muted.
Better?
Barely.
Perfect.
Go for it.
Hi, I'm Marissa Urban. I'm the CTO and creator of Live Memory Vault. It is an app to let you catalog your personal belongings for insurance purposes. Today, we have climate instability, which is accelerating and amplifying threats. Insurance is a constant topic globally, like with events such as the Lahaina and Palisade fires. The problem is that many people are underinsured, up to 60%. Others do not look to the back-end infrastructure of what is in their actual policy fine print. So the bottom line is many don't know if personal belongings are actually covered in a time of loss. The solution is Live, an app to allow you to organize and get alerts when policy caps are hit to be able to take action. Live expedites your claims and allows you to export documentation as well. Why us? I bring over a decade of R&D as well as claims experience, and I have advisor with over 17 years and a family with over 58 years of expertise combined in the sector. The product allows you to easily document and organize your items and export lists in terms of priority structure for proof of ownership. So for electronic limits base cap, this is just the electronics that are in my living room. So it's over 9,000 for 125 square footage. Without added coverage, the rest of the loss would not be covered. This is an example of the TAM SAM song, which is 2.5 trillion for global, and we are currently focused on West Coast households. In terms of the targeted market launch, although we are launching on app for Android and iPhone, so it will be released internationally. In terms of competitive landscape, The National Association is the most direct competitor. Previously, their app was asked to be taken offline because their photo was actually non-functional. In our interviews, the Google Photos and Excel were actually the most commonly called out use cases. In terms of business revenue, it is a subscription model. We make revenue in 3 ways for different plan types. For go-to-market strategy, we've developed it as product-led growth. In terms of raise, we're looking for $1 million. We will be launching later this year, so it's to support growth initiatives as well as further development. And thank you very much for Live Air Memory Vault, where legacy meets logic.
Thank you. Right on time. So Angelica and Assel, please go for it.
Assel, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Angelica. And thank you very much for your pitch. I very much like how you presented your being on time, and thank you for respecting the time limit. And I like the structure of the presentation. But I would kindly ask you to stop a little bit more on your solution and on your project. Like I didn't, maybe it was just me, but I really didn't understand the detail a little bit. I would like to ask a little bit more details on the solution. That's what I saw a lot of things, and also I didn't see unit economics, which I always prefer to be on the slides.
Okay.
I saw the market size, I understand the competition and everything, but unit economics is lacking. And again, a little bit more, if you could elaborate a little bit more on your solution. What do you exactly do?
So the solution is an app that lets people list their belongings and organize them and add value structure, and it exports so they can send it to insurance agents. I have connected APIs that allow for location-based alert systems, so they will get notifications if, like in your second home, for some reason there's a storm coming, you'll have an understanding in advance of it happening. If you hit certain levels, like I have gold prices connected, so if your jewelry starts to get more value, you'll actually be alerted. And so longer term, I can also expand those systems. And the intention is to help people add story, also add net worth protection by being clear to them what they own and what they have that's of pertinence.
Okay, this would have been
okay. So making sure that people insure all the belongings, right? Yes. Thank you so much. Sorry, Angelica, please go ahead.
No, I was going to say thank you for the question, Assel, and thank you for the answer, Marisa. I believe that you need to say this because otherwise it looks like it's just something that takes photos and you put them. And in fact, in a way, your competition, thinking that people have only Excel or Google Photos is maybe not correct, because I actually personally know of other apps that can list your belongings. Your value proposition is very likely the fact that it has some ancillary services, that you have the price of gold, that you have the weather alerts, that you have other things. So this is interesting. On top of what Assel already correctly pointed out, I also think that it's very well structured. You went a little bit too fast on the numbers. I know that you were getting a little anxious that time was running out, but numbers are important. So I would have liked to see the slides for a couple of seconds more, just to have an idea. And also a bit more on the team. I appreciate that you have a family with 58 years of experience. It doesn't really tell me very much. Unless you tell me that your family is all in the business and you're all going to do this together, and the kind of different experiences they bring is not enough detail for me to assess the validity of the team.
So I actually specialize in my own full cycle prototyping. So I'm working directly. I come from a CTO and art direction background. So I am facilitating the whole entire creation. I did the initial prototypes, the initial Figma, and now I have a team that's supporting. However, the advisor that I have is my family members. So they are doing an advisory capacity, but I'm used to doing full cycle production myself. So right now it is just me, and I'd like to expand internally as well with money.
Very good. Have you sold anything yet? What stage are you at?
So we are pre-seed right now. So I'm currently in the testing phase of the app and refining based on user feedback, and it's looking to launch within the next 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I think this is also very important to point out in your presentation, like a roadmap, where you're at and where you're heading to. And as I mentioned about unit economics, I know that you showed the price that you're planning to charge, but also important in front of this to put how much does it cost to get your client, so that we understand economics, not just like how much you're planning to earn, charge, but we need to understand what your costs are, so that we understand you can make actually money and people are willing to pay for this. Exactly.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, Marisa. This is your
Luck with
feedback.
your project.
Please
Thank you.
support others.
Good luck. All the
Final
best.
presenter for today will be Matt Chelsea. I know that there are plenty of people willing to pitch. So guys, we always give an opportunity. So next time, please email us in advance so we may put you in a list in advance. But not always we can be able to give you an opportunity. So for the next events, please be here as well. You got 3 minutes. Go for it.
Yeah, thank you guys. Give me 1 second here. I'm trying to find where my screen went.
Okay.
All right, got it. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome. Thank you. My name is Matt Chelsea, CEO of Perfect Hire. Perfect Hire is the future of hiring because the current system is built for a world that does not exist anymore. We are building this for companies that have two totally different modes of hiring at the same time. Those that are hiring for high volume frontline roles and require speed and coordination, as well as those that have corporate or executive roles that require structure and rigor. Both legacy ATS platforms force one rigid workflow for everything. You end up hiring a CFO like you hire a frontline worker, and recruiters spend their day scheduling, chasing follow-ups. Hiring managers can't see what's happening, and strong candidates drop out because the process moves way too slowly. Our differentiation here is we are building a talent management platform built for hybrid hiring. We let companies create role-specific hiring paths in a system that automates the busy work like scheduling and candidate communication, and use AI ML to recommend next steps and keep the process moving, as well as understanding the type of talent that you're trying to hire for your own company. That means faster decisions, less recruiter admin, fewer candidates slipping through the cracks, and better sourced candidates because recruiters can spend time sourcing instead of babysitting that process. Our opportunity that we're targeting within is 150 million to 250 million serviceable attainable market, while the entire TAM is turning into an $8 to $10 billion market within recruiting and AI tech. Our current traction so far, we've got 5 customers that are on board right now, including Carl's and Hardee's, as well as a few other healthcare and QSR teams, as well as one SaaS. We have plenty of companies that are in late stage deal size and deal cycle right now as well. And as far as our pricing model goes, we do have 4 different models right now. We do have our starter for smaller companies and entities that are there, as well as our scale, core, and then we have an enterprise formula that helps drive us for those companies that do require more than just a 5,000 employee count. As far as our financial projections go, we are anticipating roughly about $1.8 million in new logo revenue by 2028. Thus, focusing on our 3 new modules that we are looking for to build with this investment, which is our ATS Plus, the Forecast, and Retain. Although ATS Plus is already built, there are other module enhancements that we want to make, as well as our patent-ready digital twinning process for applicants, as well as additional markets as well.
Matthew, past time.
And then last but not least, we are just looking for a $3.5 million raise to help emphasize and build more structure towards our product dev and go-to-market.
All right, thank you.
Sorry.
Before we continue, I'm asking Angelica and Assel, can you stay a little bit more time, like a few minutes past time, because we are closing the event. I just want to make sure that you don't have hard stop.
Of course.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
So Matt, we will have a little bit less time for feedback, maybe 3 to 4 minutes, and we need to close the session. So with that said, let's start with Angelica.
Angelica, you want to start?
Absolutely. So first of all, Matt, thank you. I liked your energy. I like the way you structure the deck. I like the way you went through the logical steps of what an investor might want to hear. That's all very good. I did not get from this short 3 minutes why you are particularly adept at doing this as compared to the many other people who are thinking about doing it. You have quite a bit of competition, I'm sure you know.
Yes.
And also 3.5 million, if this is your first raise, and the use of the funds you kind of mentioned, I'm thinking you have a valuation in mind, you know, going a little bit more into that, since your pitch was already more structured than others. I would have liked to hear that as well.
Awesome. Thank you for that feedback. Appreciate it.
Yes, I fully agree with what Angelica just said. And coming back to the competition, I do appreciate what you put in terms of your pricing model. I would like to see where you stand in terms of your competitors for the pricing. I think this is also important to understand, because I see that you're charging like 10,000, 15,000, depending on the type of the customer. So please, I think that would be very much helpful. And I would also like to have a team slide, which I believe is a pretty standard. And I see that you're very experienced. And I think you cannot miss this part as well, because this is crucial to have. Because we're in a hurry, it's pretty much it. But
Yes.
Congratulations, because you already have clients, which I believe is important. And it would be good to have like how much revenue you already make. Maybe you put it, but you went so quickly. I'm sorry if I missed it. But the fact that you have the clients and you have your deal flow, like potential clients, it is very inspiring. And I think you should put a little bit more attention on that side.
Sounds good. Yeah, 3 minutes is a lot to hammer in.
Yes, I know.
Well done, Matt. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but I think you did a great job. Thank you so much.
You did.
Thank
Good
you very
luck with the project, of course. And then again, you're looking for 3.5 million, so you should do a great job, by the way.
I appreciate that very much.
Right?
Yes.
Yes, it's not a small amount for the first race, I would say.
Our second one, so hopefully fingers crossed we get there.
Okay.
Yes.
It's the second one. Okay.
Yes.
Good
so
luck.
we did a 375 pre-seed, and now we're going for the bigger one. So
very good.
Make sure you put together your profile, like complete your profile on GGW, so our investor network can see you. Follow Alex and talk to Alex on that. That's important, and it applies to everyone who is right now on the session. So if you want to get better exposure, make sure to create your GGW profile on our platform. Remember, we have 3 subscriptions, and the first subscription is totally free. So it's like at least you have exposure to our investor network. If they find you, that's your investor. So you don't have to pay even for the subscription if they find you. If you need something else, there are subscription plans, but at least you have visibility from our investor network. With that said, Matt, thank you so much. We are closing the session. And we would like to just point out, we would like to have your feedback based on the session, and also subscribe, like RSVP to the next events. I've just shared with you all this information. If you want to pitch, just email us if you want to pitch. The next events will be also on our platform, and I'm just sharing the link so you can RSVP. But before we close the session, I would like to ask Angelica and Assel for a final group photo with our members here. And so the way we do it for social media is just waving the hand, smiling, and I'm doing a screenshot. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Daniil, if I just
and now the feedback.
Yes.
The feedback from you and from Angelica. So if you would like to share, Assel, your feedback.
Yes, because I had some technical problems, and I just wanted to apologize for the technical problems. And I just wanted to say that, you know, in this uncertain world with what we have today, I feel sorry what Alex is going through in Israel. And today I had an emergency, so I had these technical issues. But we do appreciate that you organized this event despite all the facts, that despite everything that happens. And I think it's important to move on, because we live today and life is going on. And thank you so much, Daniil, Anna, Alex, the whole GoGo World team. I do appreciate this. It was very nice meeting you, Angelica. I see you're a very high-level professional and an expert. I do appreciate having you today and being together with you. For me, it's a big honor. And I really enjoyed all the pitches, and I just wanted to say good luck on my behalf to all of the projects. And I believe the fact that you were here today is already a big step, because the more you can participate in a similar events, the better, the more experience you have, the more feedback you get. It's a way for you to improve. And all the best in this, again, uncertain times. We hope for the best and for the peace in this world.
For sure. Thank you so much for great words. Appreciate that. Angelica, so please share what you have on your heart and mind, and maybe some feedback based on what you heard from startups. And yeah, you're closing our global session again. You've done it many times.
What an honor. What an honor. I had the honor, by the way, guys, to have been on the very first session of Go Global Shark. So this is beautiful for me. It's like coming back home. Assel, it was a pleasure to share in this space with you. I feel totally aligned, and it's wonderful to see that there are people who really care about fostering entrepreneurship. Remember that entrepreneurship is at the basis of all our economic success and economic development. So keep at it. Accept feedback. Even when investors don't invest, you can learn something from them, and you can be connected, and who knows, in times things will change. Everybody has done a good job. They've done the best they can. The more you practice, the more you'll become better. The more you become better, the more you'll have fun, and it will be a lot more pleasant for you to interact with us. So good luck with everybody. Thank you, Daniil, and the whole team. Thank you, Assel, for being here. It has been a true pleasure.
It was a true pleasure to have you both. Thank you so much, everyone. So sign up for the next event. That was Assel Seitova and Angelica Morrone. And we have such a vast network of amazing investors and amazing startups. So please support each other. Please support Go Global World on social media. We don't want to pay Google and Facebook for advertising. We want you to spread the word, so we keep our events free for you. This is the way Go Global World operates. Join our Go Global World community and stay in touch. Take care. Thank you so much, Angelica. Thank you, Assel. Take care, guys.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Bye.